Good day everyone. Today's topic is going to be an interesting one. It's my first sit down video on this channel. If you're new on this channel, my name is Dimma John. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about moving to Europe. Moving to Europe, yes. In the past couple of years that I've been here, I've just been thinking about it, pondering about it, and now that I'm in the YouTube family, I think it's very important that I share my own experience. I tell people what to really expect for those who do not know. So guys, if you're interested in learning more about moving to Europe, especially as a wife or as a mom and a wife.
Be strong.
Things you need to know, what you need to learn, what you see. The idea we have from back, for example, those of us who are from Africa and from Nigeria. So the idea we have from Nigeria coming down to Spain, it's really not what we see when we get here. So there's really nobody that's going to tell you the exact thing, the real thing. Most people, they want you to come and see for yourself, and then you know what it entails. You know how it is that no matter how you tell somebody, it's not easy to live in Spain. For example, I live in Spain. It's not easy to live in Europe. Nobody really understands until you come, you see, and you tell yourself the whole truth and really realize, is it really worth your time or anything? So guys, if you really want to know how it is to move in here as a first time, especially as a first time, when you're coming here for the first time, please stay tuned and enjoy this video. So guys, I have my pen and paper here. So here we are going to be talking about moving to Spain as a mother, the way we pack our boxes. For example, I'm a BSc holder from back home, but moving to Spain, we come here, you don't even remember where your certificate is in most cases. Why? Because the country is not, how will I put it, Spain does not have anything to do with Nigeria, for example. So the educational system of Nigeria and the educational system of Spain, it's totally different. So what does it mean? It means that your certificate, you have to bag it. Yes, not that you have to bag it totally, but the effort it will take you to recreate your certificate, because for real, if you want to use your certificate in Spain, you have to recreate it. You have to go through a whole lot of processes. I call it rigorous processes because it's quite difficult. Imagine if you have to go back and start from secondary school after you must have finished secondary school from your country and university, youth service, probably started working 1, 2, 3 jobs here and there before you move to Spain, for example. So imagine how difficult it will be for you to now go back and start doing courses for secondary school children. Do you understand? That's young. So that's how it is here. Why? Because Nigeria and Spain and Europe, we basically don't really have much in common. Africa and Europe, you know how it is. We could have things in common with America and Great Britain, but we don't really have anything in common with Europe in that sense. I don't know if you get what I mean. So it's not easy. Do you understand? They don't really accept our own educational qualifications, so it's very difficult. So it means totally, when you come here, you're like a pure illiterate. So let's take away the aspect of education. Let's overrule that aspect of education. Now, coming to the fact that you're coming to a totally different country like Europe. Europe is most countries in Europe, they don't speak English language. We know that, right? So now you have to come. For example, when I moved here, let me give a practical life story. When I moved here almost 3 years ago, I didn't know nada when it comes to English, like their language, my dear. I couldn't communicate. Like, you have to move around, moping around. You move around, moping around. Do you understand? And in cases where, okay, let me not go into that. I'll talk about that briefly. I'll talk about that in a short while rather. When you come here, you don't know the language they speak. They speak Spanish. You don't understand Spanish. Not unless you started taking Spanish classes back home before you came here, which in most cases, all of us, we don't. So when you come here, you have to move down to taking Spanish classes. Whew. Now, that brings me to the next point I want to make. I think I've made 2 points even without highlighting them. The first point is education. Your educational certificates from back home, it's nothing here. 2 is that you don't understand anything called language. Everything they are speaking is like, how do I put it? It's very strange to you. Like, you move from place to place because the people in this country, most of them, they don't speak English. Do you understand? It's very difficult for you to go into an office and see somebody that accepts that they speak English, because some of them, they in like years back, most of them didn't know English. If I would say 90% of them didn't know English, but in recent years now, they are beginning to understand. Like, they started putting English language as part of the courses that students take. So some of them, they've started understanding a little bit of English. But what is the problem? You know, the way you're not confident about yourself. Like, even up till now, I find it difficult to go out to places and try to express myself in Spanish, even though like some of them have started getting into this my head. Like, I've started understanding some parts of the language, but I still find it difficult to go out and try to construct the English. Do you understand? Construct it and speak it out. So I feel that's the same way they feel. Like, they don't have the confidence. They don't have the confidence to speak English language. So what does it mean? You go to their office and you're like, hello, good morning. I came here for to pick up a document, and they're like, huh? What are you saying? They're asking you in Spanish, what are you saying? And you get all confused. If you have to go to any office, you have to look for somebody who can interpret for you. What if it's cases where you don't want anybody to know what you're going for, like it's a private issue? Do you understand? And probably, for example, most of us women, we come and our partners, they are at work, they are working. Some of them, they have to leave their workplaces every single time to take you around. Do you understand? The hustle is real. It's real, guys. So now to the topic of coming here as a wife. For example, you come here as a wife. Do you understand? My experience coming here as a wife, I came with 2 kids, and I didn't understand any language. My kids, they had to go to school. I had to always take somebody to the administrative office to discuss issues about my kids. Yes, for real. Imagine how it felt. Do you understand? You can't walk into the office and talk about your kids privately, or, do you understand, personally. You have to look for someone to go with you in the case where your partner is working, because they work here. It's not every day you go to the office and you're like, sorry, I can't come to work, or I'll be leaving work today, tomorrow, next tomorrow, I'm going to do this or that. They get all angry, especially for we immigrants. Do you understand? They don't really want to hear you take excuses to be moving up and down, no matter what it is you're going to do. So that being said, now as a woman, you move down here with kids, and you have to go to places you don't know how to get there. You first of all, let me even say this part. The most frustrating part of it is that when, like in the states where I live, when I first came here, the central city, the central city, everywhere, the whole buildings, they were all the same to me. Can you imagine? It's shown whereby the whole building of a particular city, like, they all look the same to me. Yes, for real, they did. So I couldn't differentiate them. I would move from pillar to post, go around the same place where I had been, looking for one particular place that probably my husband had taken me to before, and he's like, okay, can you trace it? And I'm like, don't worry, let me try. I will have to learn. So I will move up and down 30 minutes, 1 hour, as the case may be, looking for a particular place. And what is the problem? The problem is that you can't even stop somebody on the road and comfortably ask the person, I'm looking for this place. Why? Because you don't even know how to communicate with them. Do you understand? So it's that difficult. It's that difficult. It was a struggle. I'm still struggling. I think I'm still struggling, but it was so painful and difficult in the first 1 year. So guys, the problem, what I see as the major problem is, we come here with so many high expectations. You think that once you come to Europe, the next month you're already off to work, you start working. That's in the case where, for example, somebody does not explain to you. Do you understand? It then means that you have that mindset. For example, somebody going to Canada could do that, or England could do that, but not in Europe, not in Spain. Do you understand? You have to First of all, blend in. Blend in in two different ways. One, you have to learn the language. Two, you have to know your way around. Because the first time you come, it happens to everybody. I think I've spoken to different people and they've confirmed the same thing. The whole place looks the same. The whole building, you know the way they are fond of doing buildings. Like you could go to a particular street, Kaye, they have the same buildings roundabout everywhere. So when you're coming as a stranger, everywhere looks the same to you. You move around confused, like you see this building and you're like, it's this one, and you get there. Huh? No, it's not what you're looking for. It's not there. What do? You start moving up and down again, and it's quite a huge place. It's not like it's just one street, like number 1 to 20. No, if it was number 1 to 20, you find it. But it's a place like number 1 to 20. Number 1 to 20 has the 20 could be at the back. Do you understand? Or opposite. Do you understand? Or in the other, I don't know the way they do their numberings here. Sometimes it's a bit crazy. If you don't know, it's crazy. So sorry, I don't want to deviate. So for me, I think, like, I've blabbed around so much in this video, but one thing I want us to understand is that moving here as a wife, as a wife with kids, for example, it's tedious. It depends on the age your kids are in. For example, here you can't take kids that are less than 3 years to school. That's the way they operate here. Yes, I'm sorry, let me explain. It's not that they can't go to school, but you need to go to in Nigeria we call it crèche. Yes, here they call it guarderia. So you have to take them to that level of school where the toddler school, yes, simply put, toddler school. That's before 3 years you have to be in toddler school if you have to go to school. So, and toddler school, for example, if you have a working husband and you have to pay all these bills, all these expenses, blah blah blah, it then means, my dear, the struggle is real, because your pocket will just be empty at the end of every month, because it's a bit expensive. Let's put it that way. Let me leave that point like that. So what if you cannot put your kids in school? For example, you still have toddlers, you can't put them in school. Like me, I couldn't put my second kid in school when I came in here. Do you understand? She was still a toddler because of the level of expenses anyway. And the first one, she could go to college, so we enrolled her in college. Then it brings me to the next topic. Women, please listen to me, women. If you know you don't want to struggle so much when you come to Spain, when you move to Europe, please and please and please, it's not a thing of how will I put it? It's really not a thing of I've already planned. I have my life all planned out. Like, I've already prepared the years I'm going to have kids. I'm going to have kids in the first 5 years of my marriage, and after the first 5 years of my marriage, in the 6th year, I'm going to go around and start working. It works perfectly in Nigeria, not here. Yes, you can do it here, but it depends on how you plan your life. So for me, I think the best way, or the advice I want to give right now, is if you want to come here and understand yourself totally. If you happen to come in here as a woman without kids, I think it's wise. Husbands, I don't know if there are husbands who are going to be watching this video in future. I know there will be. You need to give that woman space, at least 1 year. 1 year, it's okay. You let her understand where she is. You let her go to school. You let her master the area, the town, the city, wherever it is you take her to, in Spain, in Europe, because most of these countries, they have the same system. You just let her master where she is at least 1 year. And you woman, yes, I'm talking to you woman watching me, be serious. When you go to school, pay attention. Learn this language. Yes, learn this language. I wish somebody had given me this advice like this. I wish somebody had talked to me like this, and I take it and practice it, and at least by now I won't be where I am. Why I'm saying you should do that is because if you do that, it then means that after the first 1 year, at least before 6 months, if you take your time to go around a place while going to school, learning the language, before 1 year you've learned the basics. At least 6 months you've gotten the basics. Your head not be coconut head. You've gotten the basics. Do you understand? You know, at least you can go into the supermarket and shop comfortably. Because even as far as going to supermarket, you go to supermarket, you don't know the name of what you're looking for. You go work attire, you walk around, like you spend a very long time moving up, and the worst part of it is that you can't even ask the store attendants for what you're looking for, because you don't know what the name of what you're looking for, because everything is in Spanish, for example. So you don't know what you're looking for. Do you understand? So it means going to school is very, very important. Women, let's take our time, we go to school. I'm making this video for the purpose of those who are yet to come, not even for the purpose of those who are already in Europe. It's for the purpose of those who are going to come, because we know a lot of us are still going to come in. Our country is not getting better. For example, I'm sorry, Nigeria, I love you, but the way things are, a lot of people are running in. On daily basis, we see people in ships still moving in. People are in deserts, walking, coming into Europe. Do you understand? So it means that a lot of us are still going to come in. So for those who are going to see this video, take out time, the first at least 1 year of your life. Forget about pregnancy. There are so many family planning programs in this country. Do you understand? Most of them are free. You do your family planning program, you sit down, you go to school for the next 1 year. When you talk to your doctor, they will give you good family planning programs that doesn't affect your hormone for conception when you're ready to conceive. Yes, there are those programs. So you do them, then you go to school. You master your environment. And I promise you, watching this video will really be a great help to you if you can put these points that I'm trying to make into that I'm making into practice, because I'm talking as a woman who has had experience. Do you understand? I've experienced it, and I've listened to a lot of people like me who has also gone through such experiences. So guys, I think I'll draw the curtains here. I don't want to blab around too much, not to make the video boring. So I think I've made my point. So guys, please share this video. Let people get this message. I think I'm passing a message. Let people get this message. Let them understand that yes, Europe is sweet, but there are certain sacrifices you need to make. Do you understand? For you to know why you are here and achieve why we are here. I know that all of us, we didn't leave Nigeria just to come here and be looking at the beautiful buildings. Yeah, there are beautiful buildings, good roads, good healthcare facility. Kids have generally better life, because it's not like Nigeria where you have to go to an amusement park before your kid can play in good parks. No, there are parks everywhere in the streets. So we came here to have better lives. So if we are going to have that better life, guys, please, I think we should learn something from this video. So guys, if you know you have enjoyed this video, please make sure to give me a thumbs up, like, comment, share, and any beautiful good stuff you have for me. And let me just say, like my Nello will always say, and all that good stuff you have for me. So guys, thank you very much for watching this video. I remain Dimma John. See you in my next video, which will be soon. Bye. I love you.